Hello and welcome. As a restaurant owner, it's important to understand how to calculate your food costs. According to the National Restaurant Association, there is a 20% success rate for all new restaurants. In this video, we'll go over the basics of food costing and show you how to do it properly. By the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding of how much it costs you to make each dish on your menu. Food costing is the process of determining how much it costs to make a particular dish. This includes the cost of ingredients, labor, and other expenses associated with preparing and serving the dish. To calculate the food cost for a dish, you'll need to determine the cost of each ingredient that goes into it. This can be done by keeping track of your inventory and purchases, and assigning a cost to each item. Next, you'll need to determine the portion size for the dish. This will help you calculate the cost per portion. For example, if a bag of potatoes costs $10 and you use 2 pounds of potatoes to make 4 servings of mashed potatoes, then the cost of potatoes per serving is $2.50. After you've determined the cost per portion for each ingredient, you can add them up to get the ingredient cost of the dish. Are you still with me? Now that we have our ingredient cost, let's learn how to calculate labor costs. Follow these steps. Step 1. Determine labor cost. Start by calculating your total labor cost for a specific period, such as a week or a month. This includes the wages, salaries, and benefits paid to your kitchen staff involved in food preparation, such as chefs, cooks, and kitchen assistants. Step 2. Determine labor hours. Next, determine the total number of labor hours spent on food preparation during that same period. This includes the time spent by your kitchen staff specifically on cooking, prepping ingredients, and plating the dishes. Step 3. Calculate labor cost per hour. Divide your total labor cost by the total labor hours to calculate the labor cost per hour. For example, if you spent $5,000 on labor and had a total of 500 labor hours, your labor cost per hour would be $10, which is $5,000 divided by 500. Step 4. Assign labor cost to dishes. Now, you need to allocate the labor cost to each dish based on the amount of time it takes to prepare them. Estimate the labor hours required to prepare each dish, taking into account the time spent on cooking, prepping, and plating. Step 5. Calculate labor cost per dish. Multiply the labor hours for each dish by the labor cost per hour to determine the labor cost for that specific dish. For example, if a dish takes 1 hour of labor to prepare, the labor cost for that dish would be $10. $10 per hour multiplied by 1 hour. Step 6. Add labor cost to ingredient cost. Finally, add the labor cost for each dish to the cost of ingredients used in that dish. This will give you the total cost of the dish, including both the ingredient cost and the labor cost. This will give you an idea of how much you should be charging for the dish to ensure that you're making a profit. Remember to periodically review and update your labor costs, as they may vary over time due to changes in wages, staff levels, or menu complexity. By incorporating labor costs into your food cost calculations, you'll have a more accurate understanding of the total cost of each dish and can make informed pricing decisions. Congratulations! You now understand how to calculate food costs properly that includes labor and other expenses. By doing so, you'll have a clearer picture of your expenses and can make better decisions to optimize your menu pricing. Remember, accurate food costing is the key to running a successful and profitable restaurant. Thank you for watching, and we wish you all the best in your culinary endeavors.